Okay, there we go. Now I'm streaming both to YouTube and Twitch. Okay. Let's see. So this one we need to bring for our ideas. Still cannot decide when to use user or when to use player. Um, so once you join something or create something, you should get something called session. Game session. So that API key is a game session, and right now it's stored in user object. That's not correct because user is a long-term thing. So I guess it should be stored in the player. Maybe. So we join a game, say user repository, user exists, and user for game. Yeah. So basically, user for game that I think I'll have to rename that to session for game because we want to have a session. And session connects. And if we will decide to do something like a login or something, then that makes more sense. And session connects. Yeah, to the player. That's not a login session, but that's a game session. So we probably want to specify that one as well. It's a game session. Yes, please change thing. So back in here, we need to change game session repository and this one game session repository. Yes. And this one we also want to say game session exists. If game session exists, we regenerate new secret key and game session for a game. We create just drive game session repository to save. That's even better. So we have a game, have a game session. For each game session, we have player. So this one is gonna be like this. It's gonna have a game session. So let's do it. So we have a user that has probably something like to the points history. Um, Probably has um, game history, has somehow scores or whatever, some stats. Let's say stats. What do we want to track? That's only if the player wants to register as a user and keep their score in database. If they don't want to, they can just create a game session. Game session will give them access to one particular game. Then they create a new game session and then they can join another game. So history is gonna keep track of all game sessions that have happened. Right. And probably some stats from those games. How many wins and wins and loses. Loses? No, whatever. Games, number wins. Something else. So let's say that this one is old. Old, non-active. And this one is in progress. So game sessions should have something like status, something. And that's where it comes nicely. This one for game. Just fix it in the as we add it in here and nothing else breaks. Um, okay. So let's try this way. Go back to this one. So game session belongs to one game. And let's do some status. So let's do a status called joined. Then waiting. or if you join, you will need to pick a name, right? After you join here, you will have to pick a name. So you just survey after you observed and picked a name, you will be status waiting maybe. That's ready. And once the game starts, it's gonna be playing. And you can be this connect disconnected. Maybe something done like this. Then maybe that is for old games finished or something closed. Not sure we need that, but maybe. But do we want it to? So game session is gonna have we'll have to maybe we'll not do this one. Because game session always will have an API key, and we don't want API keys to just accumulate. So we want once game session is finished and the game finishes or kicks the player, so as a user you should not. Okay, let's do this. Yes. So you have as the user, you will have records to the players that you were playing. Players can, and then all of this can be moved into the player. So when you are, let's see, do we have something like yeah, oh, that's a fancy one. Let's do this one. So when a person can ask for a user, he can find all the players he had access to through the game. Yes. Players will have a lot of options. And if the game is still active. There should be a connection between a game session and a player somehow. I'm not sure yet. Let's say it has some kind of connection between those two. So which one is gonna point to which one? I'm not sure. Um, I think it's gonna be the other way around. No, this way. So the user, so you can, if you're logged in, you can get into your user and you can see all players that have your user ID. So you will have something called like user ID, and this user ID, if you're logged in, player will have as well. That way you can always get, and if that player also has a game session active, then you know it's a active game. But if not, still can get access to game through the player. Because player and game, they are connected, right? So game session. So how to decide on this thing before creating the front end. So this guy can go and say, okay, I want to access my game session, and in game session he's gonna find his player, and through that he can access his game. But at the same time he can do another way, another round game, going straight to user, then finding a lot of players. Because um, one user will have access to several players. This is historic player, and it's gonna point to historic game. Um, um, so yeah, this guy is gonna point to this guy. This is historic, uh, or let's just call old game, archived. And then this one is ongoing game, because this one, this player has a game session connected. So this user can go through both ways. And by doing this way, we'll want to do an authentication provider, maybe Google or something. And going this way, you don't need anything, just API key. So game session is gonna have, so those statuses I'm not sure about anymore. Uh, let's remove them and let's say you're gonna have an API key and you're not gonna have wow some kind of player, some kind of connection to the player. And probably the game. No, the player has connection to the game. When he joins the game, he should already create player. Hmm. So here, game session for game. So when we create a game, we should probably do a player as well. Huh, so much time I spend on deciding what how to do the basic stuff, and then still when somebody yeah, when I start doing front end, it's gonna change everything. Oh no, doesn't matter. Let's see. So once player joins, we can put into the sessions array. Not sure I need that one for now. Let's remove this one. I don't think I need this one. What I do need actually is here, the message. So basically what I can say here is that it can send a command. Let's do the tests first and see if everything is okay. I can and this is as well the game. So I do want this. Let's do the test, and we'll have to do the database probably. Proper database, not this test in memory, because we will be deploying this to Azure in the cloud. Let's see. So yeah, tests are still passing. Let's commit this. Adding website, socket server, and fixing and name user to game session, moving repository. Okay, push. So let's do a new folder, Micronaut launch. Let's check what we can get for, what did I call this one? Mafia, man. Let's see the features. GTPC. I want this one. I do want test containers and test resources. And let's do the Postgres. So let's preview this one. Let's do the diff. Don't need to update this one, but let's do one per line so it's easier to see the changes or duplicates for, come on, come on, come on, come on. And it's gonna be easier to see what we are. Probably I should have done like this. What's the shortcut for this? Not this one. There we go. Nope, not this one. Huh. Let's see. So if I do this one and this one selects everything. Not this one. This one. Nope. Come on. This one. What's the shortcut? Jet. IntelliJ shortcut select oh um was it I really want to find out. Was it this one? So if I have something like this, can I press Control G? No. Select next occurrence in the word or selection. Control G. All right. So if I have this one, and I do Control G. Yes, of course. Oh my gosh. I spent so much time. All right. Okay. So let's do the div here. Copy this one, paste it in here. And now we can try with Control G. Okay, so we have data. This one we did not have there. But all this was indented wrong. Okay. Data JDBC. Have this. Gradle HTTP client test. Java application. So we take this one, the Java application, we add courage, a unit, logback, Micronaut, AOT, build, HTTP, native, Postgres. That's a new one. Just right before properties. And readme and serialization Jackson, shade, test resources, and test containers. That's the last. Test resources, and last one is test containers. Um, yeah, all right. Not sure this file is being used, but let's keep this up to date. So okay, so we need to add a new plugin to our build Cradle, and that's this. So we'll need another annotation processor. Come on, that's for Micronaut data. And we'll need implementation for something here, data JDBC, and implementation for, oops, JDBC Hikara, runtime only Postgres, together with then a couple of test implementations. So we have a JUnit. Strange, I didn't have that one from before. Postgres and test containers. Then I need this application properties test file. So in test, instead of Java, I need to create a new directory. Sources, yes. And in there, I need to have a file called application-test.properties. That one, and paste the connection string. Application-test.properties, yes. And then we need some more data in the application properties. Let's do the data. And let's do this data. So we have a Postgres database. We have JDBC stuff. Oh my god. So sorry. So now what we can do, now we can say that this guy here is a mapped. One thing before we did this, we just reload the Gradle configuration. So it's gonna import all the files needed. Let's do a build just to make sure that everything is building. Oh, it's actually running a test as well. Oh. All right, so another thing to add into Micronaut. This is not needed. It is just for test resources. Did not that got automatically included? No. Duplicate.ignore. Let's preview. Yeah, so there are some more stuff in there than we actually have. That's a folder. That's a folder. Folder, and that's a folder, and that's a folder. And that's a folder. This is also a folder. All right. Why my mobile phone is so Am I actually connected? Yeah, it's like so. Can I play some music for myself? Stops playing. No. ID. So player is also a map. And we need something like ID to be an ID, and it should be a generate generated value. Rest is probably just okay. And when it comes down to the game should have something like, yeah, let's do this one and say this is ID, and this one should be unique. Let's how do you annotate LTV to have unique? All right, so we can index unique true. All right, so this one, so let's say to him, all right, let's try then. Let's try to see what do we have here. Map entity join repository. Um, maybe just index. All right, so it's index. And what is it failing about? Let's Google that one. Mm, okay, this one. Micronaut data index field. Uh, come on. How hard is it to add this index columns? Okay, what else do we have here? What does this do? Okay, that's just a list of indexes. And I think this should go for the whole record. So probably I don't need to add it here. I could add it over here. I think that's the usage. Index, and then I can see columns, API key. Don't have a local Postgres database, but maybe I can do this through the Docker or terminal. Docker PS. Yeah, a lot of stuff running. So let's see. Post. How do I deploy this? So this is the command. Let's just use this. So basically in here, how do I add a Alright, so let's see. So this one was correct. This one I think is Postgres. And this one is test. And we should say that this is a mapped entity as well. Okay, let's run this. Not the build. Um, let's run the application. Let's go. And now we get some errors. Connection refused. Let's check over here. Yes. I think I have two of them. Docker stop. And this one as well. Docker stop. Is this the Alright, so only this Mafia Postgres is running. But I don't think it's X. Hi, foregone. Yeah, Micronaut is usable. Um, I hope. Argon. Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. 4 is the A. Well, at least I'm trying to use it. Right now, I'm not very good at setting up the local database to test it, but I should be able to run everything in with test containers. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, it depends when you have used it, I guess, because if you have used it too early, there were some issues. Right now, it's getting better and better. It has some nice features that Spring Boot does not have, or Spring Boot already has them, I think, already as well. Yeah, last year. That's not long ago. There are some still, yeah, faster boot times and less memory consumption are the things that why I'm excited about, because if you're gonna run this in cloud, uh, what I'm want to do, memory is the thing that costs you money. So if you want to keep your money, you should see something. Is it actually? I mean, if you run a free uh, Azure web service, you're gonna get 500 megabytes, just a half a gig, and that's barely enough to run one um, Spring Boot application. I don't think you can run Spring Boot application if you have, so you have to upgrade it, and then Azure web service. Oh, you actually get a 1 gigabyte. That's enough for a Spring Boot application. You're running on Azure or in some other cloud provider? Google Cloud, right? Let's take a look at Google Cloud. Google Cloud prices. What they call the app service, app engine. Oh, you're using Kubernetes, right? What is this? Don't they have like a free tier or something? Standard environment, Java. It's so much easier with Node. There's so much uh, guides and stuff. Version 17, let's say. Yeah, so in Kubernetes, okay, you need to do the Maven plugin. Oh, they have a Micronaut compatibility. But then they're using. What are you guys using? Are you using POM XML or Gradle? Maven or Gradle for your stuff? Depends. Okay. I felt like I should everywhere where in we use Maven, and right now I thought I'll learn something cool and new and use Gradle. Yeah, I see that most people use Maven, and Gradle should be this cool guy in the block, but nobody uses it. And everybody talks about it, but nobody uses it. Yeah, okay, yeah. I see it's mu much more compact. But let's see, I closed my windows. God damn it. Okay, Google Cloud Pricing Kubernetes. No, so I guess you pay just for VMs that you are adding to your Kubernetes. Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course, the XML being like much more verbose, but then again more stable. Um, let's do Azure again. Azure Kubernetes. AKS. Okay. So they say I can try it for free. Let's see what they're actually saying here. About without worrying about any upgrades. Yeah, okay. So you do manage your own Kubernetes. I don't have I'm a lone guy, so I don't have a DevOps or anything. So I need somebody else to um, manage. Oh, okay. So you use manage by okay by Google. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were doing the other way. Yeah, cool. I might. I have this free credit on Azure, 550 bucks a month or something. That's why I'm looking into Azure more than Google. I have no credits there. 500 or five something, $50 or $500. Not sure. It's from my company where I work. Yeah, okay, okay, yeah. So I could try to see. Um, I could. So this is only for 12 months, but Somewhere here was, let's calculate. So let's say we add this one. So what did it add? It added a node. Oh shit, with 8 GB of RAM. And okay, this is already too expensive. Um, unless you do something like a savings plan, but it's not possible. Why is it not recalculating? Oh, okay, so it did recalculate. It just was expensive. It's because of the storage, 2 cores, temporary storage. Yeah, okay, so this one is, yeah, already too much. I have, so yeah, this is something it could be too. So there are some cheaper alternatives and some crazy expenses as well. So this one probably, yeah, something in. And then I need to consider that there should be, well, if we could take something like a small one here, computer, yeah, something like this one. How many, yeah, it's gonna be cheaper, but how many services can I run on Spring Boot on 1 GB? Just one, probably. If I have, how big computers do you add it to the Kubernetes? Do you add like something that has 28 gigabytes of RAM or 64 maybe? How much would that cost me? Yeah. Okay, so you're running with native binaries with the GraalVM, Spring Boot applications. That would be interesting. Yeah, okay, Spring Boot. Let's see, recommended production memory. Hmm. Hmm. Well, you can, yeah, Spring native. Well, I did some videos before or some streaming before where I did um, this one high score server for a Tetris game that I have, and I did convert it into a native image and pushed it. That was that was painful experience with Micronaut. I'm not sure why. It should be like out of the box, but and Azure Cloud Run does not start immediately. So yeah, I need to figure out something else. Maybe run it as a Lambda or something. In that case, takes like 10 minutes or something to start up that image. So probably where you can dedicate some resources and have it running all the time and be ready would be awesome. Well, let's see if we can figure out how to, yeah, to spawn a Postgres database locally. So this one did not work. Uh, so I did a test. Let me try to do a test username. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, still not. So I guess what I wanted to do is to add it here, PostgreSQL user post Postgres password test test connection. All right, so I'm not exposing probably correctly. Let's see. Docker run Postgres locally. Um, let's look at the official Docker image. Yeah, that I could try to do that. Check the logs. See terminal. Um, how do we do that? Docker exec into the container. Something. Let's see if it has anything here. Oh, Docker logs, of course. Docker log, Docker logs 13. Can I do that? Alright, can I do that some bigger font here? On Mac should be easy. Just like command and plus plus plus. There we go. Creating blah 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 blah. Listening on port. Listening Unix socket. Base system was shut down. The device is related. There was something strange. It's saying shut down. Let's see. That's that. TULPN. I have no idea what. Net. That. I do have netstat. I think. I think one of the options is ULP. Okay, so P is not an. Okay, so P and protocol. No, protocol. I don't want it. Can I see like a port here? Let's see. Did I get printed some ports here at all? Grep 5432. Let's do like this. Docker PS. Docker prune. Docker images prune was something like this. Docker. Um, I see. Let's take a look at. I'm using, I think Mac as default, some Z shell or something. Uh, Mac, how to see what port, what is using a port. Okay, what is it? LS off? Holy shit. And then I can probably grep for 5, 4, 3, 2. What is this? Let's do a cleanup. Okay, that's something else. Huh. Nothing is listening on that port. So something is wrong with my Docker. Let's do Docker PS, Docker stop 13, Docker start 13, Docker logs, Docker logs 13. Did it start so fast? I did. Still don't get it. 2242. It's 23. Um, or is just 1 hour off? Okay. Tabinap is not a command. Great. Um, this is crap. Um, it's not running in this port. So it says ports here. But don't I need to expose it? Like if I do a run command, somewhere. Okay, I did that. Run. There we go. Don't I need like export the port? Yeah, I do have this Docker desktop. Let's see. Docker thing that's where did it open? Yeah, dashboard. This screen over here. Do I have anything running right now? Yeah. So this Postgres should be running. Containers. This one running. Still don't get it why it's saying, yeah, database system was shut down. Oh, it just, okay, this is, yeah, this is today. And then it says the same. It's oh my gosh. Maybe does that um, couldn't connect the server? Let's see. Mac cannot connect post versus. Yeah, that's the other thing. Docker in spec 13. What does that say? Um, okay. Trying to connect to the internal container network of the container when running on says the Docker daemon and container running on a virtual machine. If you want to access the database from your RS machine, you need to publish the container. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's do this one then. So that run, not this one, not prune. Let's see, run. There we go. So before I do the run command, docker ps, docker stop 13, and then the run command. Then let's add exposing. I don't think I need to do this on Ubuntu or something on Linux machines, but it seems like something you have to do. No, I think you just need to expose the port 5432, isn't it? Okay. Remove 13. Now let's do it. Let's check it now. Docker logs 9EE. So this guy has started and we should now try to test connection. Yay! That's the thing. So that's the thing for the Macintosh, but it's not exposing the the port. Okay, let's join this. So we have a default database called Postgres. Let's do that in here as well. Then Postgres. Okay, and this guy is Postgres as well. So if we run our application now, Yeah, okay, sorry. It's already running here. So let's kill this one guy. Let's run manually for now. Create statement of successful error column APK does not exist. I think that's the index I was trying to create here. Something is fishy. How do I add an index? Let's restart. Yeah, so now everything worked perfectly. So we should have where's refresh, control R, tables, game session, and player. And if I add index and say that value is value. It's not a value, it's a column. It's not a name, it's API key. And I want API key to be unique. And if I restart it now, that's the strange thing. Okay, so if I move this one in here, can this be on a field level? Still same thing. Create statement as first. Um, which entity I'm trying? Game entity. So let's see indexes. So it's saying game primary key. That's the name, yeah, unique. But how do I add this? I guess you figure out. I did not yet. Oh, of course, of course. Thank you, thank you. That's probably the thing. Yep, of course. Now I remember. Good spotted. Yeah, it's API underscore key. So if I control R, should now have two indexes. Yep. This one is a thank you. Good spotted. And I think I can move this one upstairs. It makes no sense to keep it on the yeah, or let's rerun and see. Yeah. And if I reload this guy, I'm gonna still have the correct index. Okay, amazing, amazing. We're moving forward. Thanks so much for the assistance and motivation. All right, so I have not figured out how to um, authenticate using WebSockets. Have you ever done authentication on WebSockets? There is one way to do this by adding a security here. Uh, and another way to do this is just accept all the sockets, all the connections, and give players a chance to authenticate. in a couple of seconds or something. So by waiting to get a message from them, and the message could be in a JSON format. Yes and no. We have an old API where we use WebSockets. There we will send a JWT token with the messages. Yeah, yeah, that's one of them I thought about doing. But that means that server will have, yeah, but that means that WebSocket server will have possibly many connections that are not useful. So I think to test it, I will need to have a HTML file and try to do that. Let's go into test resources because this is just for testing. The application is going to be React native application. So it's going to run on mobile phone or browser or somewhere else, and it's going to try to contact the server. But just to test it out, let's do a simple application, and let's do, how do I do IntelliJ? Open in browser, Chrome. I think I can do something like this, and then just do a simple title. Hello, testing sockets. And let's do the body, and in the body we'll do the script tag, and in the script tag we can see, oh look, GPT is trying to suggest something. So yeah, let's try this one and see. In the message is received, welcome to the server. The message is, user said hello WebSockets. So this is amazing, it just worked. So let's do the network and see how this is going on. So we are posting, we're not posting, what is it? Get. We are getting this resource with the upgrade header and sending some kind of token in there and saying we want to create this socket and response. No, this is response. Okay, so response is sending session ID. Stack WebSocket key, and then what's happening here? Okay, this is not mine. This is something from JetBrains. And same with this. And this is also not mine. This is JetBrains stuff, I think, or Chrome extension. So this is mine, and this is mine. Yeah, so okay, so this switch protocols call could maybe send some kind of cookie or something. Mm, or it can add a parameter here and say token equals something like this. And that means that each time it tries to connect for this upgrade, it's gonna do a HTTP GET, and I can intercept an HTTP GET. Um, do I like it though? It's gonna be saved in the network. People can go in and just copy it out. Hmm. So how do we do proper? Well, this is one thing. How to send it? And let's see if we can extract it somehow. Maybe even doing something like not like this, but saying like, okay, this is your token, this is the game room, something like that. Then you always test game. Let's do this. That means that in our WebSocket, we can say that we are accepting WebSocket on this path and then getting the token and getting the game name, something like that. Um, and this will give us string token and string game name, right? Token and game name on here, in here, and in here, and we can validate token, check that it's actually belongs to this game. Okay. User said, let's do some logging in here. Do I have logger? Yes. So I can do a log server in, let's do debug um, user with token connected to the game. Now disconnected from the game and yeah, all right. Um, shit, I need to restart. Yep. So user with token 123456789 connected to the game test game user. So not sure how safe it is, but it works. And I think like I think for the starters this is gonna be just enough. of security, and then I can add not Spring Boot, Micronaut security. Micronaut security. And we can figure out how to, or actually, if it's gonna run in Azure, it can just run with Azure security before my application. So all the requests will have the correct headers from Microsoft. I think I can do, but I want to test this. So what if I wanted to send, let's see, where is my index HTML? Yeah, this one. Let's do another one. vs.send. Let's send a little JSON object. What? I just typed tab here. There we go. What if I do something like this? What I'm missing here? One more part. I could do something like that. Instead of this one, instead of sending it here, I could like all connection opens. I just join and I can say game name. I don't need to give a game name because it's a game name upstairs. And I can do yeah, I could do that. And then the API key here can be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And then I can also say that my name, I picked the name, it's gonna be player 1 or something. And this, I think, also fixes the yeah, okay. So I just got a JSON here. And what? Send. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sorry. I need to fix this one. So let's not do a game name. Yes, game name here is a cool thing. Because what that means that I can, if I broadcast, I can send a predicate, something like a filter to filter who is supposed to get the message. What other methods do I have for broadcasting message? Just message, predicate. Okay. So that actually works. That actually works because I can have a list of people who authenticated after they joined. So once they join, they have like a couple of seconds to authenticate. And if they don't do, I can kick them away. And by implementation in the client side, authentication should happen just right after the open method has been fired. This way, still can join a test game channel, but by using broadcast, it will, yeah, I will have to do that to see who is authenticated. Let's see. So token does not exist here anymore. Game name exists. Token does not exist here as well. Token does not exist. Um, then I wonder if I can do this one as let's do this as a private. Oops, sorry, cannot type anymore. Private class message. Let's just do record probably message and then string type. Whatever's, let's split that in the right. So okay, we have type, then we have API key, then we have something like that. Let's try to. And this one is oops, searchable, serializable, and deserializable. And now there's no token. Sorry. So this one is gonna be message. Can I paste it here? Come on. Okay. Just add it to the here for now. Message. Add it. Put it in here. Record message. So back to here, we can import it. And let's rerun. Where are you? There are you. All right. What? It worked. Oh, type join API key. So if I do a breakpoint breakpoint on message. Let's move this on message because this is the most important thing to the top. Yeah, and let's do a breakpoint here. Sorry, stop. Run in the debug mode. That's another thing about Micronaut is that to run application and or rerun application takes so fast that you don't sometimes even notice. And I actually could try to use it in this mode. Okay, so now it auto restarts for me as well. So yeah, user connected to the game test game. User sent message to test game message join. PA key player. Oh, and now I could not do debug. I think there is some options to debug from this one as well, but let's do this one instead. Refresh this one. Now we get a message and yep, type is join, API key is there, and player is, and data is there as well. So yes, there are some options how to. Yeah, and data could have been something like this as well. Name, player. What? Getting too tired here now. Data is an object. Then this one ends up. And then parenthesis, stringify, and parenthesis for send. Okay, basically this one. Okay, looks nice. Okay, so let's release this one again, stop this one, and go back into the run modus with auto restarts. So now we have to connect the REST API to WebSockets. So what do we want to do? Oh, another thing I want to do is repositories. Instead of implementing repositories myself in memory, let's do GDBC repository here, dialect. Come on, that's not a correct dialect. Postgres dialect is much better, and then extends. What do we want to extend? Um, maybe just CRUD, and then a game and a string, I guess. Yeah, that's the name. The name of the game is the ID. This one we don't need anymore. This one, think it's auto-completed by exists by name, I think it's called. No, not and. Let's see. Game exists, so you have to rename it. And exists by name. And get game, just call it, rename it, get by name. That's the correct. Didn't I? Oh, would you look at that? There is a boolean exists by API key. So here I did a mistake. Didn't find that out before. So if it exists by API key, we need to try to recreate the API key. And I would like to track this creation process somehow and see how many times it. Ah, never mind. We'll do some micrometer stuff. Okay, so we create a game, poster, save game. So, and then we see here, get game. It's not a get game, it was get by name. So back to game repository, exists by name, exists by API key. Oh. So this one can be deleted, not need to be implemented. And I think I'll have to finish the rest later. It's too late for now. Same for the session repository. Yeah. Thank you for watching me, guys. I really gotta get going to bed. Thank you again. Bye.